this morning, and we're going to be talking with Garry Michel and Dawn Sweed from the Walden Savings Bank. And first of all, we'd like to welcome you to our Energy 103 morning show. So thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Good morning.
Good morning. Before we go too far, first of all, if you would tell us a little bit about yourself. Just a quick thing before we get into some questions here.
Sure. My name is Garry Michel. I run the wealth management department here at Walden Savings Bank. Been in the industry since 2006, 2007. Spent about 10 years with JP Morgan, and I've been here with Walden Investment Services since April of 2016.
Nice. And Dawn?
And I am Dawn Sweed, lifelong resident of the Hudson Valley. I started my financial industry career in 2013, been with Walden Savings since 2015, and currently live in Walk Hill with my husband and 2 children.
Okay. Walden Savings Bank, our great hometown bank here. We want to find out a little bit about, they offer, and you guys offer some very interesting investment services. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the Walden Investment Services?
Sure. Walden Investment Services is the investment leg of Walden Savings Bank. So pretty much in all of our locations, you will be able to find Walden Investment Services in there. We are a boutique wealth management firm. It's just myself, Dawn, and Johnny Sutter, and our CEO, Derek Weinkoop. We work very holistically, so it's our method here is it's not a one-time thing. It's not a one solution. It's just putting the whole puzzle together. We pride ourselves in pretty much working with our clients on all the 3 phases of life. Accumulation, it is where you work in and you earn and you build a nest egg. Preservation, after you build that nest egg, then you got to preserve it to retire on, and then at the end of your life, you got to transfer that wealth to the next generation. And one thing about us that we are extremely proud of is the fact that we are salaried employees of the bank. So, that's something that is dear to us, that we want to make sure that there is absolutely no pressure when we meet with clients to do different kind of strategies to generate more, sort of revenue. So we make sure that we put the community first, because as you know, our slogan at the bank here is our bank, your community.
Okay, on to something else, because I think this is on the top of everybody's mind these days due to the COVID-19 situation. It has left a lot of people unemployed and facing a lot of questions about financing. What's happening to retirement plan after you've left your employer, and are there any other options?
I'll take that one, John. There are many options for people to explore with the retirement plans, and many of them are flexible. Each situation is different, and as Garry said in the last question, we really do take a holistic approach looking at each individual situation. Generally speaking, there are 4 options, though. The first option would be leave it in the plan with your previous employer, if you're able to do so. Second would be roll it over to the new plan if you happen to be newly employed. Third would be roll it over to an IRA, which is an individual retirement account. This way, you're in charge of your own plan. And fourth, it would be liquidate the retirement account. This goes back to, due to the pandemic, the CARES Act, many have heard that, has waived the 10% early penalties on retirement plans. So some are even contemplating this final option. Again, any of these options, you should really consult with your financial advisor or your CPA, because sometimes the best plan is to combine one of these 4 options.
Okay. Something else, many, speaking of retirement plans, though, they're often tied to the stock market. Now, how can people manage their money in these unpredictable times?
Well, I'll take that one, John. So what we have to keep in mind is unfortunately, there have always been kind of bad news and things that drive the market. I think what we're seeing nowadays is the way that the news is transpired through social media. News move really, really fast, and people tend to make quick decisions based on their emotions. And I think what we live and die by here at Walden Investment Services is the fact that we focus on your long-term goals. The way we see it is we have a journey that we are going through, and if that journey is retirement, there will be obstacles on the road to that journey. So what we have to make sure that we understand is that we focus on the long term. You know, we make sure that we understand your risk. We monitor the client's portfolios to make sure that they are not taking too much risk. And if you're doing it yourself, just stay true to yourself. You know your risk tolerance. You know how much you can handle. Just focus on the long-term aspect of this and not on the short-term noise that is being emphasized so much by the media.
Okay. And one more last question. How do I know if financial planning is right for me?
Well, many people believe that financial planning is only reserved for certain people. But the truth is that we can help individuals from all walks of life. Just as Garry said, we pride ourselves in taking our clients through the different phases of life, the accumulation, the preservation, and the succession. If you have a financial goal, then that's when you sit with one of us and we get you to that goal. That is financial planning. It's all about creating a bright future, and that starts today.
Okay. Garry, Dawn, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on Energy 103, and we appreciate your comments. And, of course, maybe some people can get some benefit out of your wisdom, and hopefully, will things be looking a little bit brighter as we move into 2021. It would be a great situation. So, again, don't forget, contact the bank. And, again, this Garry Michel and Dawn Sweed from the Walden Savings Bank. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Great fan of the show.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having us.